Hey everybody, I'm the Linux Gamer and I just played TowerFall Ascension. It's a 2D local multiplayer arena combat game developed by Matt Thorson. TowerFall Ascension was released for Linux May 29, 2014, with the Dark World expansion DLC launching on all platforms May 12, 2015. Of all the games in my library, I've played TowerFall Ascension the most, and I thought it would be fitting to mark the release of the Dark World expansion with this review. TowerFall Ascension has a pseudo 16-bit aesthetic which I find quite appealing. All of the game's assets are rendered in gorgeous pixel art, oozing charm, flair, and polish. Of particular note are the character animations, possessing an elastic quality reminiscent of Looney Tunes. This title also boasts incredible sound design, which I feel fits the game's visual style and enhances gameplay. And let's not forget about the score. Composed by Alex Holoka, the entire soundtrack evokes real emotion from me. It's effective, it's nostalgic as it sounds like something from the Super Nintendo era, and it's just fun. TowerFall Ascension is a local multiplayer arena combat game in the vein of Super Smash Bros. Unlike Smash Bros., where every character has a unique moveset, character selection in Ascension is purely aesthetic. All players are archers and survive with only one hit point. The level of sophistication and depth of strategy sets this game apart from other titles. All players can jump, shoot, dodge, intercept arrows mid-flight, head stomp, and equip power-ups, while having to maintain a limited stock of ammunition. But there are deeper strategies and small details that lead to those hair-raising eureka moments during gameplay, and times of pure elation while playing with friends. Every stage screen wraps, making each map feel smaller and leaving players vulnerable from all angles. You're constantly moving, juking, and snatching adversarial arrows mid-flight, protecting your one precious hit point while trying to rob players of their own. The goal of Versus mode is to be the last man standing, but there is also a multiplayer co-op mode. In the base game, the co-op mode allows two players to fight against multiple waves of computer-controlled enemies with a limited stock of lives. This proves quite difficult, but completing this mode unlocks new characters and a new map. However, the new Dark World expansion changes up the cooperative mode, allowing up to 4 players a chance to advance through multiple stages of randomized enemies, and culminating in 4 unique boss battles. I find this DLC campaign favorable to the base game's co-op because dead players can be revived by their allies an unlimited number of times. Failing only resets you to the beginning of the stage rather than to the first wave, and each campaign build up to unique boss battles, which are fun and Nintendo hard. I've heard some critics opine the game's lack of online multiplayer, but I applaud the omission of network play as the right choice. Ascension simply isn't a fitting candidate for any online mode. In my opinion, the game is too fast-paced, too chaotic, and too precise to afford any latency at all. TowerFall Ascension also has a training/time trial mode, which pits your skills against preset challenges. This single-player mode can prove extremely difficult and time-consuming, and offers little reward except for bragging rights for finishing it. TowerFall Ascension has, in my opinion, some of the most fluid and precise controls in the indie gaming scene. The game natively supports a variety of gamepads. My wired Xbox 360 controller, wireless 360 adapter, and DualShock 4 all work without any configuration needed. The game even changes on-screen button layouts depending on which controller you're using. TowerFall Ascension plays at full speed without issue on both my GTX 970 powered desktop and my Radeon handicapped laptop. The frame rate is locked to 60 frames per second. The game isn't particularly demanding on any modern system, and the Linux version is well optimized. Even modern, low-end PCs should be able to run this game without issue. TowerFall Ascension's downloadable content, titled the Dark World expansion, retails for about $10 and has awesome features which, in my opinion, completely justify its price tag. The Dark World expansion adds 10 new playable characters, which are reskins of existing characters. It also includes new stages, time trials, weapons, game modes, new rule sets, and the aforementioned Dark World co-op campaign. If you're a fan of Smash Bros., local multiplayer combat, or titles with a solid co-op experience, TowerFall Ascension and the Dark World expansion are essential additions to your library. With customizable rules, a plethora of game modes, and hours of replayability with friends, this game receives my rating of 5 out of 5. TowerFall Ascension is available for Linux through the Humble Store, GOG, and Steam. Links are in the description. Have you played TowerFall Ascension? What do you think of it? Be sure to tell me in the comments or on Twitter at @TheLinuxGamer. Feel free to check out the rest of my channel, including my previous Shadow Warrior review. If you enjoyed this video, why not click that like button and share it with your friends? And you should definitely subscribe to see more from me, the Linux Gamer. Thanks for watching.